delicious. They wanted to know where the dessert was bought. The rival family realized that Fat Tony's son posed no threat. After mocking Fat Tony,
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Outside the window and tried to ambush Fat Tony. Fat Tony was rushed to the hospital in time, but he would remain in a coma for 3 months before waking up. The mob members feared that the rival family would take the opportunity to bury Fat Tony.
On the visitors' sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. His guys sitting at 3-2 at this point of the season. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Thanks for the likes.
The reigning Super Bowl champion Seahawks taking the field behind a guy who has now established himself as a franchise quarterback in Sam Darnold.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 92 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Okay.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Off the play action, Darnold on the move to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're avoiding giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 34-yard.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Broncos take the field behind their 3rd-year QB, who has really come into his own, leading Denver to the AFC title game last season, Bo Nix.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
The rushing totals for Dobbins last week: 7 carries, 51 yards.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 37.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
15 yards on the play. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That's caught. And Owen coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that did not lose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us
Yeah, all right. Too humble. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4. 3rd down and 6.
21-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seahawks.
Now Darnold. And this is incomplete. The Seahawks at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They have to be a little bit frustrated because this defense is doing almost enough, but not quite enough to get off the field. They force back-to-back 3rd down situations to start the drive, but can't come up with a key play defensively to finish things off.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Nix. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally.
J.K. Dobbins, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
Play clock down as... And this is not the way to start a drive. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. They'll dump this off to Price. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 18-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble.
I don't think Levi's here, so I'm going to go sit. Yeah, what did I tell you? Go, get dressed and stop fucking around.